Hey guys, I'm Margaret Flock. I'm a private Yin Yoga teacher and I'm also the author of a complete guide to Yin Yoga. So I made this deck as an at-home learning tool and practice companion. So even if you have never practiced Yin Yoga in your entire life, you can read this deck of cards and design custom practices that meet the needs of your specific body. So this is customizable Yin Yoga for everybody. All levels are welcome here. This is for all bodies. And today we're going to be doing an easy mini practice targeting both the lower body and the spine. So this is something you can do any day whenever you have a quick moment to stretch. If you are new here, if you've never practiced Yin Yoga before, I'll link the safety guidelines and the 3 rules of Yin Yoga. It's important to familiarize yourself with certain things to do and not to do before we practice. So I have a video form and I also will just include the guidelines and text down below as well. When you're ready, let's find butterfly pose to start. So you'll bring the feet together, the knees apart. This is a stretch for the hips, but it's a stretch that can be customized. So if you're wanting to access more the inner thigh today, you can bring the feet closer in. If you're wanting to access more the hamstrings, bring the feet farther out. But there's a range here, so you can kind of just experiment, find the position that feels right to your body. When you're ready, go ahead and just round the spine, fold forward, drop the head and neck down. And we're gonna hold this for 3 minutes. Yeah. So you're definitely gonna feel this stretch in your hips. If you're not feeling it in your hips, feel free to adjust, maybe move the placement of your feet, maybe shift around. There's no right or wrong here. It doesn't have to look like a specific shape. Just find the position that feels like you feel a slight stretch, nothing too intense at first. We're being gentle with our bodies here. There's no forcing, there's no pushing, there's no pulling. We're just starting light, something interesting, and allowing the body to naturally unfold deeper into the stretch over time. So you'll see on the screen our sand timers. The green one is going to be the 3-minute one. And in this practice, it's different than other forms of yoga. We hold these static stretches for 3 to 5 minutes. And this exercises the connective tissues. Still a form of exercise. But this one, you might not see any physical changes. You're not gonna gain weight or lose muscle. Lose weight or gain muscle, what I mean to say. You're not gonna look in the mirror and see your body change. These changes are more felt and experienced. So what happens at the 3-minute point, the tissues become lubricated, hyaluronic acid is released, the joints are lubricated, and energy can pass more seamlessly through your body. So any blockages of tension that may have gotten built up, we're releasing it at this time. Still a form of exercise, just different than traditional muscle exercise. And that's what makes this practice so special. Great job. Press yourself up. Carefully, slowly. Bring the knees together and extend the legs straight. Go ahead and recline all the way down on your back into pentacle pose. So this is a pose of rest, a restorative pose. The objective here is to just stay still and observe the sensations in your body. You might feel sensitive in some areas. That's usually where you are experiencing the most benefit from the pose. So just allow that wave of sensation to pass through you. Try not to judge it as good or bad, just observe. And when you're ready, bend the knees, draw them into the chest. We take our counter pose next. This one is leg cradle. So you can just kind of make some movements, maybe rock from side to side if that feels good. You can also straighten one leg and then the other. There's really no right or wrong way to move here in these counter poses. Just however feels right to you. When you're ready, drop the knees to one side, press yourself up to a seat. Next, we're going to come into half butterfly. So this time, extend the right leg straight and bring the left foot to the inside of the thigh. Gaze towards the toes and round the spine. Drop the head and neck. You're going to feel this in the hamstrings. If you don't feel that stretch, experiment, move around, try a different position. If you're still having trouble feeling the hamstring stretch, you can also bring that foot back behind you. That can help you get deeper into the hamstring as well. But we're gonna hold this pose for 3 minutes. Now you'll see that sand timer on the screen, that green sand. So this one is primarily for the hamstrings, but this one does have a secondary stretch. The low back. You might feel this in the left side of the low back. If you don't feel that low back stretch, that's okay. These secondary stretches, it's not required for you to feel that stretch. Now, I definitely want you guys to be feeling this in the hamstrings. But if you don't feel it in the low back, that's okay. These secondary stretches are just a very common sensation that people feel in this pose specifically. And if you do feel any other stretch that's not listed on the card, that's okay. Just keep that in mind as a secondary stretch just for you. You can remember that pose as targeting that area of the body for your specific body. As you're ready, press yourself up. Let's switch sides. Extend the left leg straight. Bring the right foot to the inner thigh. Gaze towards those toes and fold over. We have 3 minutes here as well. The other amazing thing about this stretch, half butterfly, is it supports symmetry along the connective tissues along the length of the spine. So if you're finding that your right side is different than your left side, this is a really good pose to do for that. This is also a spinal stretch as well. It's a forward fold. So you might feel those vertebrae kind of separating and gently pulling apart. Again, we're being gentle with the body, but you should feel a slight sensation there. The Yin Yoga practice is done in 3 steps. First is the actual Yin pose, the stretch that we're doing right now. Then after those 3 minutes are up, next step is to find a restorative pose, a pose of rest, finding stillness there. That allows the body to integrate that stretch and the changes that we made in the body. The third step is the counter pose. We use that position to move around and break up the tension before moving on to the next pose. So there's the stretch, the Yin pose. There's the stillness, the restorative pose, and there's the movement, the counter pose. And it's very important that we practice these transitions as well. The body needs time and space to integrate. Some Yin Yoga practitioners even refer to these transitions as the second half of the pose. It's just as important as the Yin stretch. As you're ready, press yourself up and extend both legs. We'll recline back into pentacle pose again. That's our restorative pose here. Find stillness and observe those sensations as they flow through your body. As you're ready, draw the knees in. Leg cradle from here, our counter pose. You can rock back and forth from side to side. You can also straighten and bend one leg and the other. Again, there's really no right or wrong way to move. Just let your body guide you. As you're ready, drop the knees to one side. Press yourself up. Coming into Sphinx pose next. Go ahead and meet me on your belly. Drop the elbows down. And then slide the heart forward. This stretch targets the spine, particularly the low back. Now, if you're not feeling it in the low back, you can make this more intense by straightening the arms. The closer you walk the hands in towards the body, the deeper of a stretch you're going to feel. Now, you can also try some other things in this pose. I'm going to go ahead and start the 3-minute timer now. You can bring the feet wider or together. You can either keep the glutes clenched or unclenched. You can also drop the head back for a stretch in your throat. Or you can gaze down for a stretch in the back of the neck. Or just gaze forward. However you want to take this journey. Now you might start to feel like this one is a little bit more challenging, and that's because it requires more use of muscles to keep ourselves up. So your arms might be talking to you now. That is okay. Not every single one of these poses are going to be relaxing, although you could feel relaxed in certain poses. This one, because we are bending backwards, it just takes a little bit more muscle to keep ourselves upright. You're going to still feel that compression in the spine, the vertebra pressing together. The opposite stretch of what we just did in our forward folds. Now, the main thing to keep in mind is that you're just not using muscles in the target area. So the low back should be completely relaxed. Your glutes can be clenched. You can be using the muscles in your arms. You can even be using the muscles in your legs. As long as the muscles in your back and along the spine are relaxed, you are doing this right. That's what allows us to access the connective tissue rather than just those surface muscles. That's what makes us practice yin. As you're ready, go ahead and lower down. Draw the hands directly under your shoulders. Press yourself up to the knees and sit back on your heels. Extend the arms forward. Press the forehead down. Child's pose. This is another restorative pose. We find stillness here for just a few moments. And now as you're ready, rock forward into tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Another counter pose here. Go ahead and take gentle movements with the spine. You can take cat-cow, rounding the spine and then dropping the belly, moving up and down like that. You can also move from side to side, back and forth. Maybe take barrel rolls. Again, really no right or wrong here. Just move how your body wants to move. Tabletop is a great one for the spine. We can really get into it, relieving tension from spinal stretches. When you're ready, drop the hips to one side and meet me on your back. This next pose, we're gonna be coming into a twist, twisted roots. Go ahead and cross the right leg over the left and drop both knees to the left. We're gonna go ahead and start the timer now. Now, if this is too much, you can also just simply stack the knees. Or you can put some blocks or props underneath the knees to rest them down on. You're gonna feel this stretch in your spine as well. This time it's gonna be more of a twisting sensation. There is a secondary stretch for this one. It's gonna be the low back. This is one of our spinal stretches that focuses more on the lower spine. Now, if you did want to make this one more intense, you can pull the knees closer in towards the chest. That's going to make the stretch a lot deeper and potentially bring the sensation farther up the spine. So you might feel that in the vertebra in the mid-back with that particular variation. Twists are also a beautiful way to stimulate the digestive response. So when our torso is twisted like this, the internal organs in the belly are compressed, and that just gently stimulates that process. Make it go a little bit faster for you. I remember doing this stretch right after Thanksgiving, and we all were just feeling so bloated after the meal. We all did twisted roots and felt so much better afterwards. Great work. As you're ready, draw the knees back in, uncross the legs. This time we'll cross the left knee over the right and drop both knees to the right side. Feeling that twist going in the other direction. We hold for 3 minutes here as well. Now, if you're finding that this side feels differently than the other side, that's okay. That is normal. I've found that because we hold these postures for so long, it really uncovers the differences between the right side and the left side of our bodies. And it can make those differences very obvious. Don't feel pressure in this practice to do the same exact variations on each side. Sometimes your right side might need something completely different than the left side. Balance is not as cut and dry as it seems here. There is no one walking the face of this earth that is going to be perfectly symmetrical in where they're holding tension on both sides of the body. We really just want to shift that mentality into that more yin-like state, that more gentle, introspective, supportive space. Instead of trying to make your body doing the same thing from one side to the other, maybe just ask your body what variation it needs today in this moment now. Your body is going to be your biggest teacher. Regardless of what I say or any other yoga teacher says, your body always knows what's best. So that takes precedent. Great work. Go ahead and draw the knees back into your chest. Uncross the legs, extend them out straight. Pentacle pose again here. Finding stillness. Now, as you're ready, we'll come into leg cradle from here. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side. Or make any other movements that feel good to you here. Just allow your body to guide you. And drop the knees to one side. Press yourself up. We'll do one last pose today. This one is going to be legs up the wall. So it's not a yin pose. This is a restorative pose. And this is going to be different than the other restorative poses like pinnacle pose or child's pose that we use to integrate the stretch after the yin pose. This one is just a really great way to neutralize the spine after that spinal practice, as well as boost circulation. Scoot forward towards the wall. You can draw your mat in closer to the wall if you'd like. Just get as close to the wall as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. Send the legs straight up. Making sure that your body is stable here and supported. Just relax. Start the timer for 3 minutes. Legs up the wall has many benefits. One of the primary ones is boosting circulation through the body. Now, if you are menstruating or pregnant, This may not be for you, but ask your body. Sometimes this reverse in blood flow can exacerbate symptoms. You can always ask your doctor too if you're unsure. So feel your body pressing into the floor, making contact with the ground below. Feel the weight of gravity tethering you to this earth. Begin to notice your breath. Mentally following along each inhale and exhale. Allowing each exhale breath to take you just a little bit deeper into the state of relaxation. Begin to deepen your breath. As you're ready, slowly start to bend the knees, lowering the feet down. Drop the knees down to one side, resting here for just a moment. Observing the energy circulating through the lower half of your body here. As you're ready, press yourself up, finding a comfortable seat. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. Deck will be available for purchase very soon. I will leave the link to pre-order it below. And if you are seeing this after February 2026, that means it's available for purchase. So go ahead and get yours now. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more Yin Yoga. Thank you guys again so much for practicing. I wish you peace. Namaste.